Good evening. The July 24, 2024 council meeting of the Long Branch City Council will now come to order. Roll call?
Mr. Dangler?
Here.
Dr. Vogt?
Here.
Mrs. Wittes?
Here.
Dr. Selly is absent. Mr. Vieira?
I'm here. Let's please stand for pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I will now read the mission statement of the City Council. The Long Branch Mayor, City Council, and Administration are committed to cultivating an environment of mutual trust and respect that values the diversity of our community. We will strive to enhance the quality of life for all who live here by making Long Branch a desirable place in which to live and prosper. We will treat all members of the public with respect and expect the same in return. Certification, please.
I hereby certify that this meeting has been published in the newspaper in accordance with the Open Public Meeting Act and posted as required by law.
Presentation, we have the Disability Pride Month. I guess we have a presentation by motions. Stan? Yes. All right, you can come on up. I'll set you up on this mic over here. All right, you take that one. You could do it. Got it?
Yeah. If I spent told speaking, it's just I might stutter a little bit.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Whereas occurring to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, 61 million. There you go. Want me to start over again or
No,
fine?
you're good, you're good.
Yes. Prevention, 600 million. Adults in the United States have disabilities, and whereas the United States Statistics Bureau reports that more than 300 million children in the United States have disabilities, whereas the Americans with Disability Act was signed into a law on July 26, 1990. And whereas the ADA prevents discrimination based on disability, requires that employers provide reasonable accommodations, ensures that public accommodations meet accessibility requirements, and it is recognized as one of the most important civil rights laws in history. And whereas individuals with disability remains at the increased risk of experiencing discrimination and isolation and clearance, and whereas Disability Pride enables people with disabilities to affirm their self-worth conditions based and discriminations, and this displays full negative privileges of individuals with disabilities, highlighting them as people with value, talents, and certificates. Whereas Disability Pride Month is celebrated in July by people across the United States. Now, therefore, the mayor and the city council of the city of Long Branch hereby proclaims that July 2023 being decided as Disability Pride Month to urge our citizens to take active role in preventing the execution of and discrimination. There we go. Against individuals with disability, and to celebrate the valuable contributions they make to our community. Present this 24th of July 2024.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice
Thank
job.
you.
Thank you.
Reading of approval of the previous minutes. I need a motion to approve the minutes of the July 10th, 2024.
Second?
Roll call.
Mr. Dangler?
Yes.
Dr. Vogt?
Yes.
Mrs. Wittes?
Yes.
Dr. Selly is absent. Mr. Viera?
Yes.
Motion passed.
Consideration of ordinance, public hearing and final consideration, there's none. Ordinance for introduction, there's none. Public participation for resolutions and all general comments. I need a motion to open the public portion of the meeting for all comments.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Oppose? If there's anyone in the audience that has a comment to make, please step to the podium and state your name and address clearly for the record. You'll have 5 minutes and may only speak once.
Vincent Lepore, 33 Ocean Terrace, Long Branch, requesting 1-minute notification. Tonight's council meeting marks a full year since I first began questioning the city's appointed professional staff's bewildering lack of interest in or concern for their respective fiduciary responsibilities to monitor the numerous mandatory reporting requirements agreed to in the 2017 financial agreement between the city and what are now the 4 urban renewal entities responsible for the redevelopment of Block 222, more formally known as Pier Village 3. As of today, the city's chief financial officer, Mr. Martin, has only received a single unexecuted audit covering Pier Village 3's Gary Barnett's parking garage. And making matters worse, tonight, the City Council, which recently approved the new municipal budget, has not, for at least the 3rd year in a row, undertaken an accounting of the analysis of the accuracy of the annual service charges paid under the pilot tax abatements of either the residential condominium owners or the commercial property owners at Pier Village 3. This mayor and council's complete disrespect, disdain, and contempt for my diligence in this matter, along with CFO Martin's insulting remarks towards me on this matter, belies the fact that your failure to properly analyze the profit-loss calculations of the 4 urban renewal entities required in the financial agreement most likely would result in additional annual service charges to the city in consideration of the successful rollout at Pier Village 3, adding to the failure of the city's professional staff as it concerns their verbiage as to the oversighting of an obligation to conduct an analysis of the profit loss calculations of the 4 urban renewal entities at Pier Village 3, which is the controlling factor that determines the amount property owners owe under the annual service charge. Again, adding that failure was City Auditor Robert Swisher's failure tonight in the audit report of Resolution 182 to perform an examination of the city's underlying financial recording methods as it concerns the veracity of the revenue figures attributed to the pilot property. Swisher's banal recital of total abated taxes and actual annual service charges received in support of the municipal budget, as detailed in Note 14, titled Tax Abatements, pages 36 and 37 of the 2023 audit, lacked any qualifying statement. The fact that Swisher failed to test the authenticity of the accuracy of the approximate $3 million in the 2023 pilot taxes paid to the city, which represented 4.3% of the total 2023 municipal revenue, should be disqualifying. Council, that workshop presentation tonight was a joke. Council, you may be impressed, but anybody with financial knowledge would look at you right now as financial illiterates in the face of what's been taking place in this room for the past year as far as these audits are concerned.
1 minute notification.
A yes vote on this resolution, 182 for the audit by this council, is the council actually stating that they are corrupt and incompetent. I'm requesting a no vote on Resolution 182. It's a flawed document, complete junk government. Mr. Martin, before the bell goes off this time, has Kushner delivered 3 years' worth of audits? Yes or no?
No.
No, he hasn't, huh? Mr. Martin, are you aware that Gary Barnett's audit for Pier Village 3 Garage is an unsigned document?
I don't recall seeing a signature, no.
Excuse me?
I don't recall whether it's signed or not. I don't remember.
Have you proofed that out?
I've looked at it, yeah.
You looked at it. You looked at it, but have you proofed it?
I don't know what you mean by proofed it.
Proofing it.
5 minutes.
Like tonight's audit, which wasn't proofed. I've got flaws throughout, and I've only got 5 minutes. Swisher said no red flags? There's red flags everywhere. Junk government.
Anyone else?
I come in peace. The hard act to follow. My name's Harry Delane. I live at 448 Ocean Avenue, the building behind Max's. I've been there for 32 years. So let me just start off with saying thanks for all you do and deal with. Not just with tonight, but also in terms of I've obviously seen the city evolve a lot since I've been here, and I'm a resident who really feels very positively about that. I think there's some rooms for improvement that I'll talk about here, but I'm very happy with being a Long Branch resident. So I wanted to touch bases on 2 things and have them focus on West End. The two parts are public service and public safety and public works. Starting off first with the compliments to them. So the beach looks phenomenal. I mean, it's really beautiful. I think it gets better every year as the grasses fill in, and it's great to see so many people coming here. I mean, it's really makes it feel like you're at a resort somewhere when you walk down the boardwalk. The new dune signs that they put in, thank God, because people have been cutting across them not just at the volleyball courts, but all over. And now there are, in the exact paths, there are please keep off the dune signs, which are respectful and much needed. And then I've also had some interactions with both a guy named Edgar and Eddie, who work for Public Works, and they're phenomenal and very thoughtful in helping get doggy bags put up because apparently people steal them. So thanks for that. The opportunity I want to talk about are the medians on both Ocean Boulevard and on Cedar Avenue. They seem to be unkempt, uncared for. They're not edged, and they're not mowed properly. And I think it's an opportunity to bring them up to the level of what we see closer to Pier Village. There's a distinct difference between that. And I think that the city does do the medians at Pier Village, medians. Is that true?
Yes.
Yeah. So if you took those apart, you would think you're in two different cities. They don't look, it's overgrown, and I can't remember the last time they were edged.
Do you want to know what, I don't want to interrupt you, but.
Oh, you go ahead.
Because it was improved upon and not just what's down there, we had to agree to maintain them. So the county maintains the rest, but we maintain that section.
Okay, so are you the liaison with the county
Me, myself?
for that
I could,
item?
sure.
Just because, I mean, it looks crappy.
Well, I'll say something.
You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I didn't know that was the dynamic there. But if they could bring the same level of attention or get the county to do that, that'd be great. On the
Ocean Boulevard and Cedar Avenue as well.
Yeah, we try to, I'm sorry,
That's all right.
we constantly call them, yes.
Yeah. So would residents advocating to the Monmouth County Council make a difference?
No, I think when we
No.
call, they address it.
Okay.
Yeah, so we should call a little more frequently.
But I think having to agree that it's done on a regular basis, whatever the cycle is. So it's
Yeah.
not having to call and make them,
Yeah.
own up to it. On the public safety side, fantastic job dealing with pop-ups, which, and I know that the letters that went out from the council, thank God, that we averted that this year. And the visibility, I think, of the special ones, twos, and the police officers it makes a real big difference in the town. So I'm very happy with that. I think on the opportunity side, let me speak to the Ocean Avenue, not Boulevard, Linear Park, specifically. In this week alone, I've spoken to 3 motorcycle riders who were parked inside the area from, I'm not sure what street it is, where the food shack is, up. And I've spoken to 2 people that drove in there with their cars. One completely ignored that there was or missed the do not enter sign and was speeding through there until she came up to the fence. Another guy thought it was right for him to go in there because he had to unload things in the Monmouth Bluffs. I think there's not just an opportunity, a need to address that. Both in having people not drive in there and kind of somehow finding some way to regulate what happens along that linear park. There isn't a safe place to walk dogs. You can't go on the boardwalk. You can go on the sidewalk, but if another dog's coming the other way and they don't want to interact, you go out into the street and it's kind of, it's worse obviously down towards Pier Village, but we don't have any bike lanes, walk lanes. It's not clear who goes where. So I think there's an opportunity there. Should I stop and have someone react to that, or?
No, I'm just, the area you're talking about, we used to have what's called a knockdown there. You're right, it's not there. I don't know why.
Well, the knockdown from Brighton is there. It's from Ocean.
That's what I'm saying. There used to be one. I don't know why it's not there. I'll make sure they do it. If you're coming down West End, right?
Going south on Ocean Ave. Because there are cars that go south there.
And go straight across, you're saying, to where the bluff.
Go straight across or come down, I'm not sure if that's Howland or whatever that is, and make a right into there.
We'll definitely put something there.
Yeah, super. Then I think the intersection of the two is more forward-looking than these transactions. What can we do? Well, I'm sorry, one other thing for West End. The noise is ridiculous in terms of the, I think, aftermarket accessories that have been put on cars, and then cars that are just built to do that. I was trying to sit at Scala's last week and couldn't hear the person across from me because of people at the light revving their engines. So I think that from a business standpoint, it makes West End less attractive to go to sit outside, which is a loss. But in terms of the noise, I'll come back for the next one to talk about Ocean Boulevard.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot. Thank you. Anyone else? I need a motion to close the public participation portion of this meeting.
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I will now ask Madam Clerk if there are any changes to the resolutions.
No changes have been made.
All right, thank you. We can take a list of resolutions as a consent agenda.
So
Need a
moved.
motion?
Second.
Roll call?
Mr. Dangler?
Yes.
Dr. Vogt?
Yes.
Mrs. Wittes?
Yes.
Dr. Selly is absent. Mr. Viera?
Yes.
Motion passed.
Okay, applications, there's none. Miscellaneous for good of the order. Councilwoman Vogt.
Thank you, Council President. It is a delight to see our folks here from Motions and celebrate the honor of Disability Month. So excellent job, excellent work that's done by Motions. We're so proud of everything that goes on in that organization and thrilled to have you here tonight. Second comment, I didn't catch your name. Yeah.
My first name's Harry, my last name's Delane.
Mr. Lane, let me just tell you, thank you so much for mentioning do not walk on the dunes. And I'm looking at the business administrator chuckling. Where are you? There you are. Just with all of the work that went into getting those signs put up, and we were all so thrilled. So just so many thanks for mentioning that, and some of your comments in terms of West End, very much appreciated, and appreciated that you came in peace. So thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful next 2 weeks, and we will see you then.
Thank you. Councilwoman Wittes.
I too would like to thank you for coming out this evening and to Motions for presenting this evening our resolution. It was very informative. We appreciate it. And I wish everyone a next good 2 weeks, and we'll see you then. Enjoy your summer. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Dangler.
Yes, I too want to certainly thank Motions for coming, making the presentation. You did a fine job. As the summer continues to be warm, hot, just be careful and enjoy the rest of the summer, and see you in a couple of weeks, and God bless you.
Thank you. Mayor Pallone.
Thank you, Council President. I wanted to thank everyone for their comments this evening. Kevin, thank you for helping us to celebrate Disability Pride Month. And I just had a few announcements. So the brand new Senior Center is set to open officially on August 5th. We're going to be hosting a sneak peek grand opening lunch on August 2nd for the Senior Center members. And then we're going to have a public open house on Wednesday, August 7th in the evening at 6 o'clock. We've seen a large uptick in memberships to the center, and we expect that trend to continue. At the Long Branch Arts Center this past Monday, we had a uniquely Long Branch exhibit that will run through August 30th. It's called Tides of Change, Lifeguarding and Surf Culture in Long Branch. It's been embraced by the community and has been a true collaborative effort. The artist reception, as I said, was last Monday. And we welcomed over 200 visitors, including the artists, surfers, past and present, lifeguards, history buffs, and art enthusiasts. So I would just recommend everybody to stop in and see that. The Arts Center is open Monday to Friday from 8:30 in the morning till 4:30 in the afternoon. And finally, we're excited to announce an improvement plan for the Elbron section of the city, thanks to a $500,000 in federal community project funding that was secured just a week or so ago by Congressman Pallone. The project will include a new bike path that follows the historic route along Lincoln Avenue used by President Garfield and others to the Church of the Seven Presidents on Ocean Boulevard. The famous Garfield Tea House will be moved from Seven Presidents Museum to this new park area, which is adjacent to the Elbron Public Library. That'll also be built with federal funds. And New Jersey Transit will create an exhibit space inside the Elbron train station with historical reference and artifacts from the time when Garfield visited Long Branch. Many of you probably know that President Garfield was assassinated, there was an assassination attempt, and he was severely injured in Union Station in Washington in July, I forget the year, I think it was 1881. And then in September of that year, he had a cottage here in Long Branch. And, it was thought that the salt water and ocean air would be good for him. And so he came down to Elbron Station, but they didn't take him by horse and carriage because he was, seriously wounded. So the residents of the community, and literally there were a couple thousand of them, literally built a track within 24 hours from the Elbron train station all the way to his cottage at the end of Lincoln Avenue on the ocean. And so this path will follow that. The tea house that still exists today was made from the rails and the railroad ties, and that, like I said, will be placed at this added park area. And then the train station inside itself will have a little history of the Garfield. So, all of us are trying to, the historic significance of Long Branch to our country has been very important. So wherever we can, we try to preserve that and try to get some money to continue that. So, didn't mean to give a history lecture here. We're all excited about it. But anyway, thank you all for coming this evening.
Thanks, Mayor. Thanks for the lesson. And I also want to thank everybody, chiefs back there. Harry, thanks for the input. And motions, Stan, Kevin, great job out there reading. And I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. And good night. I need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right.